All right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. It's live stream day. I wasn't going to post a video because we are going to do a live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Thursday, February 11th. And again, that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a couple prize packs that we're giving away. Of course, we are giving away the Online Big Blue package, which is going to be an Online Big Blue polo, 2 Online Big Blue coffee cups, and one of my favorite coffees from Black Rifle, Gunship. Another prize we're going to be giving away, of course, is going to be the Eli Manning replica Super Bowl ring, which will be the grand prize. And I've also thrown in a 2008 Super Bowl program Giants with a coffee mug. So I have you can see the pictures right here. So hopefully everyone can make it tonight. I really look forward to it. We also have a special guest stopping by. So it should be fun. It should be interesting. Be there at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, the February 11th. I wanted to get into Leonard Williams briefly today because the Giants, of course, are going to make a push to sign him. There's no doubt about it. Because of the fact that, this was Dave Gettleman's guy. This was Dave Gettleman's trade. He gave up the assets to get Leonard. And you know what? The first season did not look promising. The first half of season did not look promising. He turned the corner, Leonard Williams did, in 2020 and became, he should have been a Pro Bowler. But the question is going to remain, you have another player who in some ways has equal importance with Leonard Williams, and that's Dalvin Tomlinson. So the question is, can you sign? Does the math for the salary cap work that will allow you to sign both key components for the Giants' defensive line? And that's what we're going to talk about briefly. Now, option number one for Leonard Williams, of course, would be to franchise tag him again. But if we hit him with the franchise tag, we're going to be stuck with a $19.5 million number. Now, you could always tag him and then sign him. It's always you can tag him, rescind the tag, sign him. So that's also a possibility. But let's say the cap is at 185 and we have 45 million. Because, we're not going to know logistically what we're going to have yet because there's going to be, of course, people waived. There's going to be maybe some possible restructures. We may even potentially sign some people. So you don't know what's going to happen yet. But let's just say we have $45 million. Make it easy. And Leonard's going to take almost $20 million of that. So that's not going to happen. That logistically, that is not going to work for the New York Giants in reference to the salary cap. Now, we have a ton of money in 2022. So we have a lot of cash. But right now in 2021, we're going to be limited. So we can't franchise tag. So that's got to be out the window. What we need to do is if we are going to sign Leonard Williams, we need to sign him to a cap manageable contract, which will allow us to spread a lot of that guaranteed money on the back end of the deal. Now, Art Stapleton came out and said Leonard Williams says it's never been about the money, it's been about the respect. Well, this is going to be an interesting comment because of the fact that we are going to need to see if that is true. If he truly respects the Giants, if he truly respects Patrick Graham, who basically resurrected his career, he should then give the Giants, and I want to say a home team discount because, technically it is his home team because of the fact you think about it, he also played with the Jets. So you give them that home team discount and you allow them to spread that money. So maybe your cap number is more manageable in year one. Maybe it's like 12 to 15 million. And then you put in the signing bonus. You spread a lot of the money over the last. You make it a 5-year deal because he's 26. He'll be 27 in June. So you make it a 5-year deal. You spread it over towards the back end of the deal. You guarantee the money where we have more cap space. And that would potentially work to bring back Leonard Williams. Because even if you bring him in as, let's say, I'm not saying 15 million is manageable. But if you have 45 million, so you're still left over with 30 million to play with. Now, everyone still needs to remember that right now we are still under the rule of 51, which means only the top 51 contracts count against the cap right now. So that rule of 51 goes away when camp ends, and you have to find room for those other contracts. So we have to remember that as well. And plus, we also need to remember that we have to account for the rookie signing pool. So even with that, like I said, if we can keep that number down towards 10, I would say 12 to 15 the first year or two, that will give us the opportunity to sign Dalvin Tomlinson, potentially. Dalvin is probably going to get anywhere between 10 to 12 million on the open market. I think in some regards, his importance to the Giants is just as big as that of Leonard Williams. Because when you pair Dexter Lawrence and Dalvin Tomlinson together, you are creating a wall against the run. And you're offering a large amount of protection for Blake Martinez in the second level and a potentially suspect linebacking core. And I'm only saying it's a suspect linebacking core because right now you don't know what Carter Coughlin's going to be. You don't know what Cam Brown's going to be. You don't know what Tate Crowder's going to be. And you don't know if Lorenzo Carter's coming back at full strength. I doubt they're bringing back Kyler. He's a nice role player to have, but he's not going to be a role player at $5 million a season because that's probably what he's going to get or request. So the combination of Lawrence and Tomlinson, that really protects the linebacking core. That also allows them to slow down the running back when they get in towards the second level and allows Blake to read the offense and adjust and put himself in the correct position to make the tackles. But the bigger question is going to be if we turn around, like I said, if we turn around and we basically just, tag Williams. We can't sign Dalvin. We can't. It will not be logistically possible. But like I said, if we can get him on the cheap, and I'm not saying on the cheap, I'm saying like around 12, 15 million the first year. And the same thing with Dalvin. If we can separate some of that money towards the latter part of the contract, maybe have his cap number more manageable, around like 8.5. So if you figure if you're doing that, you have Leonard at 15, you have 23 million invested in the line in year one out of your $45 million cap space, which still leaves you not with a great amount of money for free agency, but enough to do some work. The problem is, do the Giants want to take a large portion of their cap space? Because then if you're looking at maybe two players accounting for 9 to 10% of your cap space. And I am still suspect with Leonard Williams only because of the fact, like I said, I cannot gauge a player for having one good season out of 6. He had the one Pro Bowl season with the Jets his second year, but beyond that, he's really not shown the consistency of being a game changer until this year. Now, people will point out that he was the big difference in the Seattle game, but then they also failed to mention that in the Baltimore game and the Arizona game, he was nowhere to be found. He has disappeared in times of games for stretches. You can't say he hasn't. But would the Giants' defense be better with Leonard Williams? I can't 100% say yes. I can maybe say 60% because I don't know what Leonard Williams is going to show up. And again, I've said this before, once the league gets a large amount of film on you, and they already have a large amount of film on you on Leonard Williams, but now they have a larger amount of film of Leonard Williams in the Patrick Graham defense, they are going to understand how Graham uses him positionally and what stunts that he uses to help Leonard Williams get open. And we also have to be cognizant of the fact that a lot of Leonard Williams sacks were coverage sacks. And there's nothing wrong with that because someone's got to get the sack and someone better get sacked if you actually have good coverage. So I think the Giants need to be wary here. I would feel better if they signed Dalvin, and a lot of people aren't going to like it, but I personally would let Leonard walk. Let him walk. Let him go someplace. Let him go to someplace like San Diego. He's a USC guy. Or it's not San Diego anymore. It's LA. You got to stop moving, people. I'm old. Can't remember all these damn people moved to. I don't remember where my own house is half the time. And they're going to move from LA to Los Angeles to Oakland to wherever. That just drives me insane. But like I said, I can't guarantee Leonard Williams is going to be the same guy in 2021 that he was in 2020. And no Giant fan can literally sit here and tell me, I could guarantee that's going to happen. You don't know. How many guys have we seen, Big Daddy, with Washington, have big years, get that huge contract, and then disappear? I'm not saying that's going to happen to Leonard, but I'm just saying, how many times have we seen it? Player have a career year, 26, 27 years old, and turn around and sign that last massive deal and then are a shell of the player they were the prior year. I hope everyone joins the live stream. Like I said, tonight it is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trivia. We're going to have a lot of fun. Special guest. Special secret guest. It should be interesting. Should be fun. I'm actually kind of excited. We're going to do live streams, I've decided, because we had such a good response from the last one. We're going to do it maybe, I would say, once every 3 months. I'm only doing this one now because I got a lot of stuff to give away. Problem was, I was very pumped up for the Giants preseason, and of course they canceled it. And I bought a bunch of merchandise because I was going to give it away at the tailgate at the games. We have an online Big Blue tent, and I was just going to give it away. Try to help build up subscribership and stuff. And we had a whole bunch of coffee mugs and shirts that we were going to give away. So now I have a whole bunch of coffee mugs and shirts still sitting in my closet. My wife says to me, "What are you going to do with these? Why are they still sitting in the closet? You got like 30 shirts." I told her I'm going to wear one a day. And she's like, "You got like 50 coffee mugs." I said, "Yeah, I just instead of washing my coffee mugs, I'll just drink out of one and throw it in the garbage." "I think that's wasteful, though," she said. I think that's not good for the environment." I said, "Well, they're not plastic. I don't know why it would be good for the environment." So join us today at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be fun. Trivia will probably start about 9:20. I think that's going to be the best time to do it. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, I think you know what that means, that'd be awesome.